But ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and brilliant minds, I want to welcome you all to the maiden edition of Dare2Debate, D2D. A round of applause, please. That's not for D2D. A round of applause again. Resounding. So, my name is Fortune Omoshola. You can call me the General. I'm a broadcaster. I'm a poet. I'm a voice artist. I'm a writer. I'm an author. I have a couple of books. Clap for me now. Abba. I have a couple of books on Amazon, and I'm an integral member of HAC Media, but I'm your moderator for this event. So, thank you again and welcome. So let's make things really snappy. It's important that I give you that roundup so that you have an idea of why we are gathered here, not just go straight to debating. I mean, that's what we're doing for about 1-2 hours. So without wasting our time, let me quickly bring on board before I recognize some of our partners and some of those who've taken time out to be part of this very interesting, of course, what happens to be, that would be a very interesting event. Let me welcome to my right, those are the ones that would be judging us today. They are judges. You know, these are men, women of, like they say in Nigeria, timber and caliber. Men and women who matter. They know their onions, they know their craft, and they will be looking at you intently. So whenever they look at you, don't say, Abi, I don't feel ni. No. They're just trying to, you will see some cues from them. You know, their fathers, their moms, you know, they would give you that cue that you can do better. Oh, I like that, you know, that sort of thing. So make sure you put your best foot forward. So I'll be bringing on stage my first guest. There are 3 of them, but we have 2 of them already here, and you can see their scoring sheet by them. For the students, those are your notepads and your pen. So while you're maybe as the lead anchor or the supporting anchor, feel free to take notes, because those notes will help you. Don't rely on your brain only. Take some notes so that when you come on stage, you fire it out and be very confident in yourself. So I have the first guest that I will be introducing this morning. Yes, it's 11:51 by my time, so I'm still very in check with the time. She's a highly skilled media and communication professional with over a decade experience, 15 years or even more, you know, in the field. She is best known for her expertise in diction, public speaking, and voiceover. So just like myself, this woman, she's a voiceover queen. She's good with diction, pronunciation, and so much more. So you have to, you know what I'm talking about. If you are debating here, you have to come and show off so that you know now. And of course, she has supported major productions across various industries. She has a strong background in broadcasting, event anchoring, alongside multiple awards presentations. So if I was not the moderator today, she would definitely have been the moderator for this event. So join me in welcoming Oludolapo Adewale, our first judge for the event. Welcome, madam. It can be better, it can be better, it can be better. Very well then. I have the second judge. We have 3 of them. I told you earlier. One would join us just in a moment, but we have the second judge for this event. And I tell you, this man is a special man. He's a seasoned communication professional, passionate when it comes to technology advocacy. He has a lot of experience, over a decade experience in PR, that's public relations, brand strategy, digital marketing, and internal communications. He's currently serving as team lead media and internal communications at one of the popular banks in this country. That is Fidelity Bank. Without wasting much time, let me invite forward one of our judges, Mr. Adebowale Banzi. A round of applause. So, just like I said, he's a seasoned communication person, tech, everything. I don't know what field you want to talk about that you won't meet this man there. So, we'll have 3 preliminary rounds. I'm sure the schools are familiar with the topics. We've discussed backstage about this. And then the final would have 2 schools come out tops for the final. And the final comes with a twist. The twist is that instead of all of these topics that you're familiar with, would have a battle of a freestyle battle, kind of, you know. Are you not happy? Are you happy with that? Freestyle battle. That means you'll be thinking on your feet with any topic we give to you. You come out and battle for 8 minutes. And then we'll have the judges score you, and then we'll have one final winner. I want to tell you something today. We could have had 6 schools. We could have had 8. We could have 10. But we have 3 schools. And that means you have registered your name in the history of this event. Whenever HAC Media or Dare2Debate is mentioned, these 3 schools will be mentioned as the pioneer school. Because guess what? This is going to get bigger. And I'm speaking from a particular standpoint. So just watch out for that. So quickly, let me get into it. Just like I said, we'll have 3 minutes for the first speaker on the right side, 3 minutes on the left, and then the supporting speaker will also have 3 minutes to come here, debate quickly, and then 3 minutes for, the left, and then we'll now have 1 minute each to summarize your point. So whether it's left to the main speaker or the supporting speaker to say, don't worry, I got you. I'm going to go and summarize this point, and then you get it done. But make sure that you put your best foot forward. And that's that. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of the preliminary rounds, it's important that I bring, to our attention the names of the school participating and the debaters, and thereafter I would bring them forward. The first school. So this is how the debate will go. Would have School A against School B for the first preliminary round. Would have School B against School C for the second preliminary round, and then we'll have School C against School A for the third round. You know what that means? So you have 2 opportunities to come here, speak, and then convince the judges so that you can emerge as the first or the second. The third school ultimately gets the third prize. After that, after the round, we'll take a 20-minute break. We'll give you a topic to work with, which is the freestyle topic. But after then, we'll resume for the final. And then we'll have a presentation from one of our special students is here to give us, that presentation, and then we'll go for the final. So that's how the program of event is going to be. And then before the final, one of the judges is going to come forward to intimate us with something really special, maybe for about 5 minutes, and I promise you it's going to be really interesting. So without wasting time, let's get straight to action for the first round. But before then, let me read out the name of the schools participating and their students. So today we have Arresta Divine School all the way from New World Street, Ajao Estate, Lagos, joining in for this debate. A round of applause for them. And then we have, there are debaters here. Number 1, please just wave your hand. Let's not take much time. The first debater from Arresta, Obichukwu Di Munachi. Are you here? A round of applause for him. We have Nicole Okole. A round of applause for her. We have Akachukwu Di Ezedi Okwere. I hope I got that right. All right. You would give me the full pronunciation. I'm sorry. Funny enough, I'm a mixed blood though. My mom is Igbo. See me. It's all right. I have Obichukwu Di Esomchi. A round of applause for him. The second school participating, we have CMS Grammar School, Bariga, joining in. Are they here? Yes. The first debater there, Okafo Chukwudalu, a round of applause. We have Sanusi Emmanuel, a round of applause for him. We have Akinyele Taiwo, a round of applause. And we have Igbokwe Richmond, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much. And from Bishop Owells, the third school participating, Bishop Owells Memorial Grammar School from Bariga, we have Ibekwe Precious, a round of applause. We have Oweye Mary, a round of applause. We have Adebayo Adejumoke, a round of applause. And we have Chukuma Kelvin, a round of applause. So our first school that I'll be inviting to, I don't know how you guys have selected yourselves, But the moment I call you, just bring your 2 reps and sit on my left. We have School A that will be going up against School B for the first round. CMS versus Howells for round 1. CMS, where are your reps? Can you come out? A round of applause for them. Give them ginger, give them ginger, give them ginger. You can add garlic and atarodo, give it to them. Very well then. That's representatives from CMS Grammar School. And then we have representatives from Bishop Howells. Are they here? Please come forward. A round of applause for them, please, 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 please. All right then, I hope you guys have taken the brief, right? You are well aware and you already know how this would work. I would have the timekeeper flip a coin or tell you how to decide on who is going to go for or against. So one of you will go straight to the timekeeper. Our timekeeper is here. I call him Teacher Kaka. A round of applause for Teacher Kaka. He's our timekeeper. He's a teacher. He's a no-nonsense man. He's a timekeeper. And you can see his posture. He's going to ensure that we keep to time and everything goes according to plan. So the topic that you guys would be battling, the topic here is homework has never been so relevant as it. That's the question. Homework has never been so relevant as it. So one side for, one side against, and that begins now. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Who is for, who is against? House goes first. 4. You are going 4. And then CMS against. Okay. So we have the lead speaker 4. That's the lead speaker for this round 1. Are we all set? Are we all good for this? Are we good for this? Production, are we good? We're good. All right, so let me bring forward without wasting time. We have 3 minutes for the first speaker for each schools, 3 minutes for the supporting speaker each school. The timekeeper is going to keep to time. The moment you hear that bell, it's time up. So come forward, speak with confidence, give us the best that you have, and I wish you all the best. So we have the first school coming on stage from Bishop Howells, the first debater, again, for that topic. Are you ready? Please welcome Bishop Howells to the podium.
Every weekday evening in homes across Lagos, the same scene plays out. A tired student drops their bag, promises themselves a short rest, then remembers homework. In a world where distractions are louder than classrooms and learning does not always end when bell rings, one question quietly demands our attention. Has homework ever been so relevant? Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. These are the words of Robert Collier. Before I go further, I would like to give honor to whom honor is due, and on that very note, I say good day to Mr. Chairman, panel judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and ever-attentive audience. Standing before you is Ibekwe Precious, representing Bishop Howells Memorial Grammar School, and I'm here to support the motion which states, homework has never been so relevant, has it? Here are my reasons why I strongly support the motion. My first point is, it reinforces classroom learning. Also, it promotes independent learning and problem-solving skills. Furthermore, it builds discipline, time management, and responsibility. In addition, it supports continuous learning in a fast-changing world. And finally, it enhances retention and long-term understanding. I'd like to expatiate on these points I just listed. It reinforces classroom learning. Every lesson has a time frame which might not be enough. So therefore, practicing with homework gives you and I a better chance of having a better understanding of the topic and identifying areas which we do not understand. Research from NEA, National Education Association, and from Cooper, Robinson, and Patel in 2006 shows that students who regularly practice homework perform better academically because constant practice strengthens memory and understanding. Moving to my next point, it promotes independent learning and problem-solving skills. In the modern education today, students need to be independent thinkers, not just passive listeners. Homework gives you and I a chance of gathering information, evaluating sources, providing conclusions. All these are essential skills which will be needed in our various careers. According to educational experts like John Dewey, learning extends beyond the classroom, and independent work is essential for developing problem-solving skills. That takes me to my next point. It builds discipline, time management, and responsibility. Students today face many distractions such as social media, gaming, and so on. Homework helps us to plan, prioritize, and meet deadlines. These are essential skills that are far beyond school. Studies in educational psychology shows that students who manage homework well tend to be more organized and responsible adults. Finally, it enhances retention and long-term understanding. Homework is not just a mechanism used for practice, but a way of strengthening memory and long-term understanding. Cognitive psychology shows that spaced practice, revisiting materials multiple times, improves retention. In conclusion, the relevance of homework is undeniable in today's world. In a world that demands continuous growth, homework is one of the most effective tools used for shaping courageous and knowledgeable learners. With this cogent point of mine, I believe I've been able to make you see reasons why I strongly support the motion which states, homework has never been so relevant, has it? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Homework has never been so relevant as it. That's a representative from Bishop Howells. A round of applause for her again. She's arguing for. So we'll bring forward the representative from CMS to argue against that topic. Please, I want you to keep in mind time. The moment you hear that bell, I would advise you to stop whatever you're doing. So it's better you put yourself together quickly for 3 minutes because of your scoring in front of the judges. That's just an expo. All right, CMS, you are up next.
Learning is not about quantity, but quality. In the Nigerian sector today, this is true because we students do not need over too much assignments. What we need is a smarter strategy. With this, I say, good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and ever attentive audience. My name is Akinle Taiwo, a student of CMS Grammar School, yet to oppose the motion which states homework has never been so relevant, has it? Before I continue, I'd like to define the key terms homework and relevance. Homework is a series of learning activities given to students to complete outside school hours, while relevance means the impact or the value of a thing. While homework has benefits, homework can overwhelm students, especially in the Nigerian sector today, that students balance household responsibilities and a school system struggling with insufficient facilities. Can we truly say that homework is more important? And here are my points. 1, homework increases stress. 2, homework diminishes critical thinking. 3, homework widens inequality. 4, online learning provides better alternatives to homework. And lastly, homework reduces time for family and well-being. Now to my first point, homework increases stress. We live in a country where students return home to chores, errands, and unstable electricity. Does homework really improve learning, or does it increase stress? Nigerian students face 7 to 8 hours of school daily and still return home to domestic responsibilities. UNICEF reports that millions of Nigerian students face overwhelming academic pressure, which is worsened by domestic responsibilities. In this case, homework becomes a burden, not a benefit, because students are already battling with fatigue and little study time. In addition to that, homework diminishes creativity. Can copying notes at home or do some assignments from textbooks really prepare Nigerians for innovation-driven sectors like tech and engineering? Nigeria is shifting towards technology, and it requires critical thinking and problem-solving skills, not repetitive tasks. Homework diminishes creativity because it limits students to what is taught in the textbook. Creativity and critical thinking is built by problem-solving, discussions, and project work. Areas homework fails to deliver. In addition to that, homework widens inequality. Imagine 2 students, John and Joseph. John has access to a good laptop, a quiet study at home, and a good internet. While Joseph lives in a poor home with a bad computer and slow internet connection. Now tell me, if both of them were to be given an assignment, who is going to perform better, John or Joseph? It's obviously John, because he has access to the things needed for assignment. Online homework serves to measure privilege and not what the students can actually do, because millions of Nigerians today live in areas with bad electricity and they lack a lot of digital tools like computers and phones. Also, online learning provides better alternatives to homework. We've gotten so used to homework in Nigeria that we fail to see better alternatives. Tools like Photomat, AI Academy, U-Lesson, School Gates, and other schools like that provide better alternatives. The main purpose of homework is to reinforce learning. So homework is better and is needed for the future, for our future. Thank you.
A round of applause for them. It can be better. A round of applause for them. In Nigerian parlance, they'll say, if you think say you easy, come here, come do them. If you think it's easy, what was he saying? How has he said that? Come and do it here now. All right, round of applause again for CMS. And I like that they stuck to time, and I'm sure it's going to get better. 3 more minutes for the supporting speaker who will be arguing for that from Bishop Howells. I hope she has a different point to make, so let's just invite her forward for the supporting argument again.
Vince Lombardi once said, the difference between a successful person and others Vince Lombardi once said, the difference between a successful person and others is not to lack of. Vince Lombardi once said, the difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of strength, not a lack of strength, but rather a lack of view. Homework is a primary vehicle which drives the students into cultivating the will, which is the self-planning, the discipline, and also the intrinsic motivation which is necessary for the future living. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, panels of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my ever-listening audience. My name is Owe Adrian Mary, a bona fide student of prestigious institution, Bishop Harris Memorial Grammar School. I stand before you to argue deeply on the topic which states that homework has never been so relevant as it. Before I proceed, I would like to define the following terms. Homework. Homework is defined as a task or assignment given to a student by a teacher given to a student by a teacher to be completed outside of the class time. It is meant to reinforce learning, to educate the student, to practice skills, and also to develop study habits. And here are my reasons why I support the motion which says that homework has become relevant than ever before. Homework is critical for long-term knowledge. The modern education landscape requires students to master vast amount of information. Cognitive psychology proves the power of retrieval practice, the art of recalling information from memory, which is more effective than passive reading. In a situation whereby a teacher gives a student to practice on a particular assignment, when the student practices on a particular assignment, the student comes back to the class to tell the teacher on what they've learned about. Homework also develop essential executive function skills. In the professional world today, homework is not about. In professional world today, success is more about what you learned. Success is more about the things that you learned. Success is more about what you know, and also homework is not a relic today. Homework is not a relic today, but homework is a laboratory where ability is transformed into success. Ability is transformed into success, transformation, and other things. Thank you.
Yes, a round of applause for her, please. A round of applause. Very well. Very well. So we'll bring forward the next supporting school. That's from CMS. But quickly, let me register a point to my debaters here. You are all my friends. and I want you to have a great time. So whenever a point is trying to knock you off balance just for a bit, don't shake or fret. Just go ahead and do your thing. I mean, I'm sure that most of you have done a thorough job, all night, all day, learning, trying to get these points together. So make sure you have your points noted and don't fret. Don't worry. Don't let that get to you. Just go on and do your thing. So let me bring forward the supporting debater from CMS who is arguing against that point, and then we'll have one minute each for this round one. So CMS, you're up next.
So, if homework is relevant, why does it cause anxiety, stress, and exhaustion to students? Education, I think, was meant to build lives, but homework is constantly breaking spirits, day by day. To this I say, wonderful day to you, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and ever-listening audience. Standing before his master, Sanusi Emmanuel, here to oppose the motion with a vehement stance which states homework has never been so relevant, has it? And these are my points. One, it creates inequality. Now, 30% of Nigerian students lack internet access. And in a country where above 80% of the people in the country live below the poverty level, how do you expect somebody that doesn't have enough internet access to complete a task of 1 to, let's say, 50 or 1 to 100 that a teacher gives him, and you expect him to complete it overnight, bring it the next day, and submit it in time? No, it doesn't work like that. Homework punishes the poor and rewards the privileged. Next, it reduces growth outside school. Students who have 3+ hours of assignments every day, they lose time for sports, creativity, rest, and time to just be children. People say sacrifice leads to success, but I feel like balanced students, people who do sports, they balance it with education and do other things, they perform better long term. Because students who focus more on academics rather than balancing their lives just focus on one aspect, which is wrong for me. But people who balance it will last better than those who just focus on one aspect. Moreover, homework is linked to anxiety, stress, and burnout. And I myself have been a victim of this so many times. I'll come home with this math assignment that's like 1 to 100, and I'm like, how do I want to finish this night? And then again, you see some people, they will just continue doing their thing. They wouldn't even care about the assignment because nobody wants to burn themselves out over some homework that will just give you, let's say, 10 marks or 20 marks. Homeworks are meant to uplift the mind, not push the mind to the edge. More homework doesn't always equal to more learning. And there are some, even outside Nigeria, there are countries where they give limited amount of homework but still push their minds to the utmost level of their education. Take countries like Finland, for example. They can give you like 1 to 5 assignments, let's say maths, just 1 to 5. And then you still see their students thriving in such a subject. You see them even becoming more brilliant than some Nigerians. And again, I ask, if homework harms health, steals childhood, and does it always improve learning, has it ever truly been relevant? Has it ever truly helped us as Nigerians? Or do we still need to take another alternative to this? I leave you with this question. Thank you.
A round of applause for CMS. A round of applause for both schools. A round of applause for both schools. Now we are going to the final round of this, preliminary, and that's the 1 minute for either of them, whether the supporting or the main speaker. So I'll give them a breather to decide who is coming up to summarize all they have said, perhaps to score more points. Don't forget, the judges have their criteria, their prerequisites, for scoring them. It could be their dressing, it could be their mannerism, it could be their diction, it could be their composure, it could be the ability to come up from a pitfall. So there are all kinds of, moments, or let me say, prerequisites that these judges are using to score them. So it's not cast in stone. That's what I'm saying. What you have in mind might be different from what the judges have in mind. So just let them do their job while you think about it. So are we ready? Debaters, are we ready? Are we ready? Let me bring forward from Bishop Howells for your supporting point, which is more or less summarizing what you have discussed so far for just 1 minute. So what our advice is, make it really punchy and go for it. So, Bishop Harold, a round of applause for them.
You say homework increases stress and all, but the Bible says there's time for everything. If students can balance their time, if students can balance their academics work with their personal life, they'll get through it. In today's world, knowledge is rapidly expanding and learning cannot be confined to the classroom. Homework helps us to do research and it keeps us up to date. It helps us connect our academic study to real-world development. With that, I leave that question to you. Homework is very relevant in our society, in our educational system right now. It assists struggling learners, it assists fast learners, it helps us identify problems we have with the topic. We can bring it to the teacher, and the teacher will help us with the topic. In conclusion, the relevance of homework today cannot be denied. Homework is very important in our educational system. Thank you.
A round of applause for Bishop Harold there. That was really interesting. Now you get the feel of the debate. Your 1 minute, you can use it to tackle, your other school. It's just like you are learning, you are taking notes from what they are saying, and then you just go hard on them. I was hoping that I would say this much later, but she has been able to do that with that, few seconds, or let me say 1 minute that she had. So take a cue. Other schools, take a cue. Your 1 minute, use it to punch your opponent. Use it to punch your opponent. So I bring forward CMS for their closing arguments.
Homework reinforces learning. Homework supports academic. Homework builds discipline and time management. These are the arguments of my opponent, and I find them very inaccurate. You said homework reinforces learning, but homework can lead to burnout, stress, and this, instead of reinforced learning, it can backfire. It can overwhelm students and reduce their cognitive function and memory retention. You also made mention that homework builds discipline and time management. Let me ask you this. Forcing students to spend long hours on assignments, does it build discipline or does it create resentment? It leads to disengagement and it makes students hate the homework because you are forcing it on them, you are imposing it on them. So while homework may have its rules, I'm not denying the rules, but there are better alternatives to it. Homework can lead to burnout, it can stress students, it widens inequality, it reduces time for creativity and problem solving. Nigeria's new curriculum demands change, it's shifting towards technology, and what we need as Nigerians is not repetitive tasks. We need things that build our creativity, we need things that build problem solving skills, because what we need is creativity and critical thinking, not homework. Thank you.
A round of applause for CMS there. Are you guys impressed? Are you impressed? Can it be loud? Are you impressed? Well, if you are not, I am, because it's been a long time I've been in this kind of environment. Everyone today is on TikTok, Instagram, doing Oblé and all of that. But it's different today because I see students who speak good English, they are composed, and they are giving me goosebumps. So I've been really impressed. A round of applause for both schools again. So this is how it works as we prepare for the preliminary round 2. The judges are doing their collation. So after the 3 rounds, they will definitely give us a result to work with, and then we'll announce that before we go on that short break. But let me quickly bring it to you that Fidelity Bank, they have, a couple of giveaways. They will ask some questions. I told you that they are coming up stage for 5 minutes, one of the judges, to do a tete-a-tete, a briefing, just intimate us with a few things that the bank is doing and all of that. And in the course of that, I'm sure the rep has 1, 2, 3 questions he would like to ask, and I'll do that for him. And then whoever, if you get it correctly, there's a special giveaway package for you, and that's for the students. I'm not talking of our daddies and mommies here. It's strictly for the students. So if they get it right, there's an extra package courtesy of Fidelity Bank, for them. So a round of applause as I allow, the schools return to their seat. Thank you very much. I'll give you a breather because CMS is coming back on stage for round 2. I told you it's going to be 2 speaking rounds. So make sure you select your reps, make sure they are ready, and then we'll have CMS against Arresta. And the topic they will be debating on is can Nigerian youths be trusted with leadership? That's the topic that is coming on for the preliminary round 2. So on a lighter note, I want to debate, really. I was hoping I could bring Kaka on stage and say, Gary is better than cornflakes. Who agrees with me? Gary is better than cornflakes. 100. Wow. Why is Gary better than cornflakes? Is it the sourness? Is it the fact that it can go with anything? Milk, kuli, granuts. I mean, it's multifunctional. It can do anything. But you can't do cornflakes with, kuli now. The best you can do with cornflakes is milk, and that's it, And you have to be careful. It can get soggy inside, milk, and you might not like. Some people like their cornflakes in milk crunchy so that you can take it out quickly. But Gary, whether you soak calm, whether you leave them inside cold water, anything, it's confirmed any day. So we all agree that Gary is better than cornflakes, right? I'm forcing you to agree. Is cornflakes better?
Cornflakes is better. More nutrition, more research to produce it.
They play. Which is more expensive? Which is more, with 20 naira you can drink Gary now. In which world? Wow. But how much to take a glass of cornflakes? Let's just say a glass of cornflakes. You need at least 200 or 300.
But then you save money for your optician.
You save money for your optician. That was a good one. Anyways, a round of applause for ourselves again. So right about now, without wasting any time, I told you I'll keep things really snappy, and then we'll come, get through this preliminary rounds. They've been really interesting. So let's bring forward again the reps. I'm sure these are different sets of debaters. As you can see, the schools are stocked, for these rounds. When they are able to scale these rounds, at the end of the 3 rounds, we'll have a final. And I'm sure a lot of us are waiting for that final, because the final comes with a twist. There is a freestyle topic, and this will not give you any time to prepare that much as you have done before you came here. So let me bring forward representatives of Arresta Divine School, Ajawo Estate, Lagos. Okay, just a minute. Okay, let's welcome them. Anyways, let's welcome them, and then we'll take a short break. Arresta, come forward. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Okay, a round of applause, please. Give them that rousing welcome as they take their seats. Arresta to my left this time around. And okay, we're good? Are we good? Yes. All right, so those are 2 students from Arresta Divine School sitting on my left. A round of applause for them again. If you guys don't clap very well, no giveaways too. Very well there. And then, the CMS Grammar School reps from them, they were sitting on the left. This time around, we'll have them on the right, coming out for their second battle. CMS Grammar School, representative from there. A round of applause for them. CMS. Please, let's jam our hands together for them. it looks like they have a lot of belief in this guy. He was here the first time and he's here again for another round. It looks like he's their utility player. You know, there's one player that he can keep, he can be the goalkeeper, he can do defense, he can do midfield, he can do any part. So we have him here. A round of applause for them again. So like I said, the topic is, can youths be trusted with leadership? That's the topic they are going head-to-head on this afternoon. Time check, 12:36. We are moving with speed, and you can be rest assured, I'm sure, that before 3 p.m. we should be done with all of this. So, please, can you give us a break? Give us a breather, a musical interlude. Thank you. Just a bit of beg your pardon. I think we'll have CMS return to their seat, and we'll have ours come on my right because of the topic they have chosen and they are familiar with. So CMS, you can return back to your seat. A round of applause for them. While we have Howells against Arresta for this topic, which is, can youths be trusted with leadership? A round of applause again for them. Yes, so just like you all know, we have 3 minutes for both sides, and then for supporting argument, 3 minutes. Please, I would advise you to keep to time, because that will form part of, the judges' score sheet, whatever they will be recording for you guys. Make sure you get as many points as you can from them by sticking to the rules. And I'm sure that your teachers, those who prepped you, must have, enlightened you on all of this. So keep to time and stay within range. And just like I said, for the closing argument from each side, make sure you use it to test your opponent, to put them on the edge, and then to get more points from them. So I would have Arresta representatives from the school, the lead debater there, to come first. But before that, we should have a for and against, right? Yes, so please, lead reps, please go forward so that we'll have who comes first. Against or for. They're having another debating session with the timekeeper. Can we make this snappy? We're out of time. We're out of time. We're out of time. Now, serious battle. I mean, we can do a new movie on them, like a 1-hour movie. All right, finally. So who is going for? Wow, can you see what happened there? Like, money jam now. Don't worry. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. So who's going for? She's going for. The guy is not really happy, but you're not sure. You understand? Are you cool with it? Or you want them to do it again? Okay. The fate is sealed. Fate is sealed already. It's all right. So Arresta is going against, right? And then how else is going for? So let's have the four. How else? Are you ready? Lead debater for Harrows, a round of applause as she comes on stage to debate 4.
They say the youth are the leaders of tomorrow, but the truth is, tomorrow has come. The question is not whether Nigerian youths can lead, but whether we will let them lead. Leadership is not about grey hair. It's about the ability to act, vision, and the will to act. There's a famous African proverb that says, the youth are the arrows in the bow of a nation. But what happens when the arrow is never released? Nigeria is at a crossroads, a vibrant youthful population, bursting with ideas, potential, and energy, but constantly being sidelined. Today, I stand to say it is time we trust the youth with our leadership positions. Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my ever-attentive audience. My name is Adebayo Adejumoke, and I stand for the motion that says, can the Nigerian youths be trusted with leadership positions? I sternly support this motion, and I'll prove my points. Before I proceed, let me explain the terms in this motion for better understanding. Who is a Nigerian youth? A Nigerian youth is a citizen that is within the ages of 18 and 35. Leadership positions, they are strategic roles where one make impactful decisions for a group, nation, or institution. Having understood the motion, now allow me now to present my key reasons why the Nigerian youth should be trusted with leadership positions. Youth leadership encourages inclusivity and sustainable development. Youth-led innovation drives national progress, and Nigerian youths are already demonstrating leadership various sectors outside beyond politics. Let me expatiate for better clarity. Youth leadership encourages inclusivity and sustainable development. Kofi Annan once said, the young people should be at the forefront for the fight of HIV/AIDS. Youth better understand the issues affecting their generation, which is innovation, education, and employment, and are more likely to implement inclusive policies that build up a better and standard suitable future for Nigeria. In 2018, according to United Nations Youth Report, it shows that youth participation in leadership roles leads to sustainable development and inclusive governance.
which leads to good Nigeria. And it's also where youth prioritize equity and environmental protection. Secondly, youth-led innovation drives national progress. Nigerian youths are now seen consistently demonstrating the ability to innovate.
A round of applause for the rep from Owls. A round of applause for her. In whatever you do, make sure when you hear that bell, make sure you find a way to round up. In whatever you do, make sure you find a way to round up. With these few points of mine and all of that, it's good to conclude. So don't just throw yourself in the wind and say, Omo, I don't forget to, I can't keep myself. Make sure you find a way to round up. So let me bring forward representative to argue against from Arresta School. Please come forward.
Good day, everyone. Good day, panel of judges, accurate timekeepers, school debaters, and my attentive audience. Standing before you today is Ezindokwere Akachuku, and today I stand to oppose a notion which states, can the Nigerian youths be trusted for leadership positions? While promoting leadership, youthful leadership is appealing. While promoting youthful leadership is appealing. Trust requires more than enthusiasm. Effective leadership requires maturity, experience, and a proven record of responsibility. Moreover, proven record of responsibility. Thank you.
A round of applause for Arresta Divine School. A round of applause again. I understand how this thing is. It can really take your breath away. You are there and you're like, I'm going to go hard. And suddenly something just leaves you. So just like I said earlier, in whatever you do, make sure you find a way to conclude. And that's why you have a pen and a paper. Take your points, list your points. Not necessarily for you to take all the points from your head. Sometimes you have a point in front of you and you just have to, give it a go. So take that cue from me again. List your points whenever you're coming here. Paste it. It's a sticky paper. Paste it right here. And when you're leaving, take it away with you. You understand? So you can make your point and you won't be caught midway and you will not lose points. Again, a round of applause for them. So we'll now have the supporting speakers from both schools come forward. But first, this time around, because of the way it happened with Arresta, we'll start with Arresta and see if we can get them back on track. We'll have the supporting striker from Arresta come up for 3 minutes to drive home that point. Can Nigerian youths be trusted with leadership? Arguing against? A round of applause for Aresta.
While supporting teams claim that the Nigerian youths lack the While supporting team claims that the Nigerian youths are fully prepared for leadership, this argument ignores the several practical realities that challenge this assumption. Trusting youths with national leadership and development is not simply about intelligence or potential. It's about maturity, experience, discipline, and proven consistency. Honorable judges, esteemed opponents, and my fellow students, today I, Isumchobi Chukudi, by name, rises to refute the claims of the opposing team and to prove to you all that the Nigerians should not be trusted with leadership positions. First, leadership requires experience that cannot be rushed. Running a nation, a state, or a ministry requires deep knowledge in governance, crisis management, problem solving, and problem solving. Okay. I'm problem solving. Okay, Jesus is Lord of my life. Am I problem solving? Okay. Oh my gosh.
A round of applause for her. A round of applause for Aresta. A round of applause for them. Something popped up in my mind, but I know they will get over it. You know, these are just prelim rounds, nothing more. You know, we are coming into the freestyle session, but I want to advise you to get enough points as you can. And Aresta, CMS, Bishop, put your best foot forward. You know, this is really big, and I want one of you to come out tops. One of you, it could be anybody. I want you to come out tops. There's a grand prize, and there is a bragging right, and I want you to take that. All right, then, we have 1 minute each again, you know, for you guys to go. But before then, we'll have, you know, ours come forward for that argument, which is, of course, they are standing with the point here. 3 minutes you have, come forward and make your point. A round of applause for them.
Still standing on the existing protocol, my name is Chukwuma Kelvin, a proud representative of the prestigious Bishop Howells Memorial Grammar School, here to support the motion which states, can Nigerian youths be trusted with leadership responsibilities? Here are my points. Number 1, innovation and new ideas. Nigerian youths have the ability to think outside the box, thereby creating solutions to problems like agriculture, technology, and entrepreneurship. 2, we have adaptability to change. Nigerian youths have the ability to adapt to new technologies that are rising. For example, we have the artificial intelligence. Nigerian youths have been able to adapt to it, thereby creating new forms of artificial intelligence. 3, we have the physical ability. Nigerian youths have the physical ability to handle multiple problems without getting tired compared to the older ones. The older ones, due to their age, they experience high level of fatigue, but the youths have the ability to handle all of them at once. Not at once, but at a specific time. Good. We have educational exposure and global awareness. The Nigerian youths are highly educated, most are highly educated, and are globally aware. That is, they have access to informations all over the world. Thereby, if they are in leadership position, they will be able to avoid any problem from occurring. Good. Now, Good. Now, a wise man once said, age doesn't determine leadership. It's your capability, your ability, your endurance, and your mental well-being. That's what determines who is a leader. Leadership is not because I've been on this earth for 60 years. No. It's about what you bring to the table, your ideas, your belief, your stance. And leadership is not only about experience. Anyone can be a leader. Even in the Bible, a very young person became king. A very wise person, no matter your age, you can be a leader. And I hope with these points of mine, I've been able to affirm my stance on this topic, which states, can Nigerian youths be trusted with leadership positions in the country? Thank you.
A round of applause for ours there. A round of applause for them. A round of applause for them, please. A round of applause for both schools. Give it a shout. It's due to D. Yes. So sometimes you hear something like, it's a popular line among actors and all of that. They'll say, pick up. When you, actors do that a lot. They want to say something and then, their mouths would go, somehow and they're like, pick up. So whenever you're losing that steam, just calm, breathe in and then pick up again. So it's time to go into those final moments for round 2, and that would be 1 minute each for Aresta and Owls. Like I did the other time, I gave Aresta a chance to pick up. I'll give Owls a time, to pick up for 1 minute. So go really hard this time around, 1 minute to summarize your points. Are we ready? Aresta, you have... No, Owls, you have 1 minute to summarize your argument for. A round of applause for them.
From technology to entertainment and entrepreneurship, young Nigerians are breaking boundaries and leading global conversations. A fitting example is Inyoluwa Aboyeji, co-founder of Andela and Flutterwave, $2 billion tech companies that have revolutionized Africa's space and created thousands of jobs. In 2022, a report showed by World Bank tells us that Nigeria's digital economy, largely driven by youth innovation, contributed over 18% to the national GDP. This shows that when entrusted with responsibility, Nigerian youths lead with excellence, vision, and global impact. In conclusion, I urge us to recognize the fact that leadership is not about age, but it is about commitment, ability, and responsibility. Nigerian youth possess the passion, education, and impact to lead. Therefore, I say we should trust our youth with leadership positions.
We should trust our youth with leadership positions. That's the argument from Howells for 1 minute. Let's go to the opposing side. Aresta, are you ready? 1 minute of your time. Are you ready? Can we go? All right then. A round of applause for Aresta as they conclude their argument against.
Okay. While the Nigerian youth empowerment is undeniable, it requires far more than passion, intelligence, and ambition. It requires far more than passion, intelligence, and ambition.
A round of applause for Aresta, a round of applause for them, a round of applause for them. Yes, gradually we are sailing. We are sailing, we are sailing, we are sailing. And after a very intense, about 14, 15 minutes or thereabout, we've been able to conclude the preliminary round 2. A round of applause for these two schools. Are they amazing?